Hi YouTube, this is Evie. Welcome back to my channel, and today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. So normally when I buy gear and it's from a new shop or somewhere I've not purchased from before, I do a really long review video unboxing type of thing. But over the last couple of months, I've purchased a lot of things from new shops that I haven't been to before, that I haven't heard a lot about. And instead of doing a bunch of shorter review videos, I thought a better thing to do would be to do a haul. So that is what this video is going to be. Now, I do want to preface this with the fact that I am a young adult, yes, but I have a career, I have a full-time job, I am extremely frugal with my money, I keep to a budget, and I set aside a little bit of money every month to get something for myself that's nice and not just spending all of my money on bills and on savings. That being said, I did not get all of these items at once. This is probably about 2 to 2.5 months worth of items all together in one haul. It just happens to be that all happened to show up around the same time, just with processing and also shipping from overseas. And lastly, gear does not make a pet. Yes, I am a pet player, and yes, I love gear, and I'm kind of a magpie about it, and I really like collecting it. But the important part about being a pet is not the amount of gear that you have or the type of gear that you have, but rather that you are in a healthy dynamic and that you are engaging in pet play as an aspect of BDSM, not as just something to look cute and pretty for Tumblr or Instagram. You will also notice that I am not wearing ears in this video, and that will make sense momentarily when I start to actually show you guys what I got. So the first thing that I actually got 2 pairs of ears from Kittens and Honey, which is a shop on Etsy. Now, there has been a lot of controversy around this shop, either between shop owners or, somebody copied somebody, and it's very confusing. And if you're not part of the Tumblr/Instagram world, you are very likely to not have to deal with that kind of bullcrap. But I decided to buy ears from them anyways because they were on sale, and I wanted to try them out and actually compare the quality of the ears that I had previously purchased from other shops to these ears. Now, I did say that I bought 2 pair of ears. However, I only have 1 pair of ears left, and that is because I am not actually happy with the ears that I received. These are one of the 2 pairs that I have. These are quote-unquote fox-style ears. I had actually sent her a picture of a previous pair of fox-style ears that she had done to copy from and copy the shape, and these are actually one of 2 pairs that she made. The first pair she sent me a picture of, I was not happy with, and I didn't like them. I thought they were unevenly trimmed, and so she made me a second pair, and I like them better in the photos. Actually, on me, I am not super fond of. They kind of just remind me a lot of other ears, simplistic for my taste, and they come across a lot like cartoony cat ears rather than the more realistic style that I normally like. In addition to that, both pair of ears that I got, although they are, somewhat evenly trimmed and they're not like completely falling apart, I can see some hot glue on them, and when I opened them up, I did have tufts of fur fall out. So I wasn't super happy with the quality, especially compared to the price of these ears. I think they were $35 each. Now for that, I could get a little lichen pair of ears quite easily that are pre-made that I wouldn't have to wait 2 weeks to get. And they would be a lot better quality. I could do a comparison between my little lichen ears that I just got a couple weeks ago and these, and there would be a dramatic difference, and the little lichen ears would still cost $5 less. So if you're thinking about buying from Kittens Honey, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, especially considering all the controversy around the shop, and I also wasn't very happy with these ears. Now for a pair of ears that I was actually really happy about. Okay, these are fox-style ears from Atelier Creatura. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry. They are a French-Canadian shop, so a lot like Woodland Creature because they are a Canadian shop and they make realistic ears. They normally do releases and they have a very limited set of styles. You can't normally get customs from them. However, a few weeks ago, she did a release after she came back from vacation where she had black-style fox ears. I wasn't able to get them, and in addition, they also weren't all black. They had silver on the inside. So I messaged her saying, like, I'm sorry, like, I missed your release. Would it be possible to get a pair of fox ears like that style you made that are all black rather than having a silver inner part? And the only reason I messaged them was because I was talking with some people that I know on Kik, and one of them had also missed out on a pair of ears, and she messaged them saying, like, I really love these ears. They would go so well with all of my other gear. Would it be possible to make a second pair? And she was very nice and very easy to work with. I'm actually going to be doing a full review on these ears in particular. after I make this video and put it up. So be on the lookout for that, because for most of the other gear that I got today, I probably won't be making a full video on it, but these ones definitely deserve it. They are awesome ears. They are probably my favorite ears that I own, other than the fact they are a little bit big on me unless I'm wearing a wig and I kind of have like a full thing of makeup going on. But this is what they look like. And they are very nice. I actually wore these to a convention about 2 weeks ago, and I got so many compliments on them. These are very, very well made ears. Would definitely recommend, and I will probably be repurchasing from her if she ever makes another style like these that I would probably want to buy. Okay, now for a set of items that I got from Wayward Kitten. Now, Wayward Kitten is definitely one of the older kitten play shops out there. I know she's been around for probably at least as long as Kitten's Playpen, probably not as long as Kitten Sightings, but she's very well known, and she was just about to close customs. So I messaged her asking if I could get some things done because she had some items from a release that I really liked, but they weren't necessarily in my size, and I kind of wanted to make a few modifications to them because I'm a little bit picky. So I actually ended up getting 2 collars. I got this one, which is a thin ruffled collar with plaid that is so cute. I actually have a skirt that basically exactly matches this pattern, and it goes very well together. As you can see in the back, everything is very clean. You can see the stitchings on the front, but the color of the stitching matches quite well, so you can't really tell. I also got another all black collar that has actually a little bit of a double ruffle to it, which I am very much into. She was very, very easy to work with, and she was able to answer all of my questions, including like trying to compare colors of different items. And she actually ended up ordering the ruffle that was used on this collar especially for it because she wanted to get more collars. She wanted to get more colors of that specific ruffle anyways. She was extremely easy to work with. Now, at the time I ordered the items and when I actually ended up purchasing them, I didn't realize this, but she was going back to school. And so in the midst of all this ordering and getting the items completed, she was actually moving. And that did add a little bit of confusion, but I wasn't really worried about the processing time, and she was very communicative, and she was just really, really easy to work with. It was great. While I do love the 2 collars I got, I did also get a pair of ears. I asked her if she made any sort of more canine style of ears because usually she only makes like smaller kitten style ears, and she said, yeah, sure, I can make fox or canine style ears. And she posted a photo of a prototype on Instagram, and I was like, I need those. Those are the shape that I've been thinking about getting for so long. That is just on the money. I actually did end up getting a pair of ears from her as well. Now, that being said, the picture that I saw on Instagram was sort of a little bit different than what I think I got because of the fact they were a prototype. And afterwards, she did show me a comparison picture, so I know for sure that these are different in shape than the kitten ears, but to me, they look extremely similar. Now, these are very nice ears, especially for the price. I think they were 14 pounds or something like that. There's a little bit of hot glue that you can see around the gemstones here. Oh, now it's going to focus and you can see it more. But everything besides that is very clean and well made. The reason why I don't like these ears is one, because they flop around the headband back and forth quite easily. And two, because on me they look like kitten ears, and now they are so cute, and I love them like in terms of the actual style of them, and I think they would be really, really great to wear out on like a special date night or to an event or something. But they still look like kitten ears to me. And that makes me really sad because even when I'm wearing extremely canine styled ears, people still mistake me for a cat, and it drives me insane because I really don't like taking the time to try and correct people because it normally doesn't matter that much, but getting meowed at by random strangers at conventions is kind of weird, especially when you're not actually a cat. Okay, now this next item is actually something that I got from a seller on Depop. It is a curly style pin-on tail. I don't know if you guys can see it that well. But this is a non-wired tail, so it's actually been sewn and shaped to be this particular way. It is extremely firmly stuffed, so it doesn't have a lot of room to it. It wiggles a little bit, but not that much. Up to this point, I'd only ever seen her make one other tail, and I was just in love with it because it was also a curly style tail, and I was like, yes, this is the thing that's going to make it so people don't mistake me for a cat anymore. I think it was $48 shipping included from Depop. She was an extremely responsive seller. I mean, like, extremely responsive. Like every single step of the way, she let me know when she ordered the fur to make the tail. She let me know when she was actually sewing it, when it got stuffed, when it was getting ready to be shipped, when it had shipped. Like it was a great process because I knew that everything was getting done in a very timely manner and she was very easy to work with. And even though I ordered this sort of last out of all the items I got, it came the same time as pretty much everything else that I ordered. And this is just a great tail. The fur is very soft and it is a very fluffy tail as well, and so I'm very happy with it. I will put her Depop name down here because I only know what her like real name is. That's on the packaging that she sent to me. I don't necessarily want to share that, but if you're interested, I would check out her Depop, and if I have any other contact information for her, like an Instagram or something you can find, I'll put it down in the description as well. Okay, now for the very last shop that I purchased from. This was probably the purchase that I was looking forward to the most and the one I was simultaneously most disappointed by. So this is from BlackPeachShop, which is an Australian shop. I had been looking at their gear for a long time, but their collars are frankly pretty overpriced even though they have a unique design to them, and unless something special came along, I probably wasn't ever going to order from them. Then came the fact they were doing ear prototypes. Now, as you can tell by the rest of this haul, I'm kind of an ear addict, and I'm not really happy with a lot of the other ears that I purchased, so I'll probably end up selling them. And the case is still the same here as well. I am forever on a quest for a pair of ears that I simultaneously like and that look realistic, but that won't make me look like a freaking cat, because I am tired of looking like a cat and I actually want ears that make me look more like a dog or like a wolf. And I was super happy because of the fact that the owner of the shop is a pet as well, but is not a kitten. So I thought, oh, this person will understand my dilemma. This person will be able to make a pair of ears that don't make me look like a cat. And it might just be the shape of my head, but the ears that I got really didn't work out that well. Okay, so here are the 3 pairs of ears that I got that are not well organized. I got both her kitten, her fox, and her wolf style of ears. I got all 3 styles that she makes because I was extremely indecisive and didn't know which style would fit me best, so I ended up getting all 3. I think I was probably actually the first person to order from her shop because on the release day when she was first putting up her prototypes, I set an alarm, I woke up, and I ordered probably within 5 minutes of them being on the shop because I didn't want to miss out. The first style that I got are the kitten style of ears. These are just your very standard kitten ears. I don't have them very well styled right now, but the tufts on them are pretty long. This is normally how she has them styled in pictures, but they are 2D and you cannot bend them to be shaped 3D despite what it says on her profile. They're 3D in the sense of the fact that they have 2 tufts and you can kind of manipulate the tufts to make them look more like a 3D shape, but the ear itself is definitely not 3D as you can see, and they do move along the headband, which is nice. But especially on this pair of ears, you really have to force it. I'm not going to be able to do it on camera because I'm going to have to sit here and work it down. Now, these ears don't necessarily look bad on me and I may end up keeping them, but they, again, kitten ears. They look like kitten ears, and I thought maybe the style would work as sort of more like Pomeranian type of ear because they sort of have smaller triangular sort of ears. But they are very similar again to a pair of little lichen ears that I have that I think are a little bit better in quality and have more of a 3D shape. The second pair of ears that I got are the fox style ears. Now these are the ears that made me want to purchase from her shop when I saw the prototypes listed online. I was just instantly yes, those ears are perfect. I need those ears. They look great and awesome, and I was just so in love with these ears. And again, very similar to the kitten style ears, although they are a bit bigger. Same situation, cannot be made into 3D style ears. They are definitely 2D. They move along the headband, but again, I have to force them. And this is what they look like on. Now, just on the headband, when you're looking at them when you're not wearing them, they look fine. But on me, I'm not a fan of the shape. I think that the ears are sort of uneven unless I really smooth the fur down, especially up here. Now, I had asked her when I ordered these ears to make this inner part here curve more so that way it matches a prototype picture that she had listed online, and also to make sure that the ears didn't look identical to her wolf style ears. That did not end up happening, evidently, and as you can see, they look very similar to the wolf style pair of ears that I got, regardless, and even more closely to the kitten pair style of ears that I got, which I wasn't necessarily expecting. And again, wolf style ears, very similar. These are definitely the biggest of the 3 pairs of ears that I got. This is what they look like on. They're a pretty large size pair of ears and they're pretty rounded. So they're more like a rounded wolf style rather than a pointed wolf style of ears. These are also manipulatable and you can put them lower down the headband like this. They're a bit easier to move. If I did keep these, I would probably wear them like this, sort of a more low sitting style, but with the way they're cut so they're more rounded, it doesn't really work with my face that well, and it kind of makes me feel like a gremlin. But I do like low sitting style ears, so it's kind of unfortunate that these don't really work out for me. And this kind of made me sad. But I do want to end this review on a high note, so I'm not going to just leave it at that. Overall, I thought that customer service was pretty good, pretty responsive, especially considering the fact that we live in completely different time zones. And I did not just buy ears from her shop. I also got 2 other items, one of which I won't be showing you. It is a plug that has sort of a circular loop on the end that is meant to be tied to a ribbon tail, and that is what I got it for. And because of the fact I don't want to age restrict this video, I will be leaving it out. But if you want, you can go to her shop, you can see what it looks like. That's what I purchased. It's great, it works well, it arrived perfectly fine, even though it's glass, it's good. The very last item that I purchased was this, and it is the thing that I am happiest with out of everything that I purchased, and it is this chain collar with a lock on it. It has this huge freaking O-ring. It's very sturdy, very heavy. It holds up to play like really well. It has a good weight to it. It does not feel like cheap material at all, and it just looks freaking good, okay? It's a great collar, and I like it because it's a chain collar, and it makes it a little bit different than wearing leather, so it's good to wear in weather where you don't want to like feel constricted at all by your collar, like in really hot weather. It feels nice. It feels good. I like this collar. But that's everything that I got. I think, what did I get in total? I got 2 pair of ears from Kittens and Honey. I got a pair of ears from Wayward Kitten. I got 2 collars. I got a tail. I got 3 pairs of ears from BlackPeachShop, a collar, and a tail plug. So that's like a lot of items. That's the total. I got a lot of items, everybody. So I hoped you liked this haul / show and tell review type of video. I will be doing a full review on the Allier Couture ears that I purchased. Again, sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but I will be doing a few reviews on that. If you want to see it, it will be next up on my channel. I do make videos twice a week, so if you enjoyed this one, please subscribe if you want to see more. And until I see you next, I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.